Today I'm here to share with you my trip to South Africa. So first I left Pennsylvania, went to an airport, and then landed at our first stop, which was Cape Town. Cape Town is a port city on South Africa's south coast and is known for its popular attractions. In 2014, it was voted the most popular place to visit. Then we decided we were going to visit some of the most important attractions. Castle of Good Hope is the oldest colonial building, which was built in the 17th century and was the first monument to be protected in South Africa. Camps Bay is an affluent suburb of Cape Town. In the summer, it attracts a bunch of visitors from all around the world and South Africa itself. Table Mountain is a national park that looks over the city of Cape Town. It is a significant tourist attraction. The tourists either use the cableway or hike to get to the top. Then I decided to go see a different attraction of my own. Two Oceans Aquarium is located at the Veronica and Alfred waterfront in Cape Town. It comprises 7 exhibits with large viewing windows in order to see the fish. Then I went to go see the famous Kalahari Desert. The Kalahari Desert is a large sandy desert. It's 350 square miles and covers Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa. Next, we went to the Kalahari Transfrontier. The Kalahari Transfrontier Park is a large wildlife protective area. The park has varied wildlife. The park lies between 3/4 Botswana and 1/4 South Africa. We went on with our trip going to the Chobe National Park. The Chobe National Park is the 3rd largest park in Africa. It's Botswana's first national park and the most biologically diverse. Here are some of the animals located in Chobe National Park. The African elephants are made up of 2 different types of elephants, the African bush elephant and the African forest elephant. Their lifespan is usually 60 to 70 years old. The male elephants end up being 11 feet tall, and the female elephants end up being 9.2 feet tall. The Amur leopard was classified as critically endangered in 1996, and only 19 to 26 were estimated to survive. The World Wildlife Association indicates that there are roughly 70 adult Amur leopards left in the wild today. The Grand Zebra grows to be around 3.9 to 4.6 feet tall, and they weigh about 660 pounds. They live in family groups of 17 to 18 zebras, and they are led by 1 stallion. Their average life expectancy is 20 years. The Indian peafowl males are bright and colorful, while the females are brown and white. The color comes from a microstructure of the feathers and the resulting of an optical phenomena. Black rhinoceros is an endangered species, and one of their species were extinct in 2011. They are sometimes referred to as squared lip because of its squared upper lip. The flamingo often stands on one leg and the other is underneath the body. It is not fully understood why, but scientists think it's because standing on one leg may heat them, so they can waddle in cold water longer. After visiting all the animals, we went to Victoria Falls. Whenever I got to Victoria Falls, I watched the river flow. And the river flows southwest of Zambia and into Angola. I did 2 special things at Victoria Falls. First, I went on a Zambezi River sunset boat cruise above Victoria Falls, looking out for wildlife and just relaxing after a tiring day. Then, I went on a helicopter flight over Victoria Falls, looking upstream at magnificent views. Then, I headed to the Zambezi River. The Zambezi is the 4th longest river in Africa, the longest east-flowing river in Africa, and the largest flowing into the Indian Ocean from Africa. Malawi is among the smallest countries in Africa. Lake Malawi takes about a third of Malawi's area. Kilimanjaro, the highest mountain in Africa, is in northeastern Tanzania. Tanzania is one of the poorest countries in the world. For more than 200 years, Burundi was an independent kingdom. At the beginning of the 20th century, Germany colonized the region. Rwanda is one of the only countries with a female majority in the national parliament. Uganda got independence from the United Kingdom on October 9th, 1962. Then I went to Kibale Forest National Park. When I got there, I went on a safari and I got to see gorillas and learn about them. Then I went on a 12-mile hike in the forest. Whenever I got to Nairobi, I saw a mix of poverty and wealth. For poverty, 45% lived in poverty, no running water, electricity, broken down houses, and little clothing. For wealth, 55% lived in wealth, running water, and some have electricity, and more updated homes in the city, and they have more clothes. In Mogadishu, I went to see the capital city's Italian colonial architecture, markets, and beaches, even though it was very risky to go on tours there. And last on our trip, I went to Timbuktu. The Dingjing Buer is a famous learning center of Mali built in 1327. On 26 February 2010, during Maulid, a festival to mark the Prophet Muhammad's birth anniversary, a stampede at the place killed around 26 people and injured at least 55 others, mostly women and children. And that pretty much concludes my trip to South Africa. Thank you for listening to my trip and staying along with me.